So let's just dive right in with a huge question. Can you actually prove something exists using only words? No experiments, no looking around at the world, just airtight reasoning. But believe it or not, some of the greatest minds in history were absolutely convinced it could be.
The method they're using here is called a priori reasoning. Basically, it's knowledge you can figure out from your armchair without ever having to look at the outside world. For these philosophers, this was the holy grail, finding a truth so certain that our messy, unreliable senses couldn't fool it. But that very method, that a priori approach, is about to get a serious challenge.
And the issue isn't just one little flaw in the logic. It's with the entire method. They're asking, can pure reason, all by itself, ever really prove that something exists in the physical world?
And to make this danger feel super real and concrete, critics bring up a classic brain teaser from ancient Greece, a thought experiment you might have heard of called Zeno's paradox. It is the perfect example of how pure logic can lead you to a conclusion that reality just completely laughs at.
Okay, imagine you want to walk across a room. Simple enough, right?
Well, according to Zeno's logic, before you can get to the other side, you have to cover half the distance first. Makes sense.
But once you do that, you still have to cover half of the remaining distance. And then, well, half of that tiny remainder. And on and on and on. You see the problem here? You can just keep dividing that last bit of space in half, forever. Logically, you're facing an infinite number of halves you have to cross.
And that's the paradox. The logic suggests you have to complete an infinite number of tasks just to cross a room. So how do you ever get there? Your own eyes tell you that you do, but the logic says you can't. Something has to give.
So here's the lesson the critics really want us to learn. We know for a fact that Zeno's conclusion about motion is wrong because we see people move all the time. That clash, that collision between a neat argument and messy reality, it makes us suspect the method itself. And if the method is faulty for proving motion is impossible, why on earth should we trust it for proving something else exists?